Hey, what is up, everybody? I am here to give you my review for WWE NXT July 22nd, 2015. I'm late doing the review this week because I went to the movies to see the new Trainwreck movie that has John Cena in it. And I will say this, that John Cena did have some good lines in that movie. Um, he was probably some of the best parts of that movie, but that's a video for another time. Let's get to NXT. So, we had Byron Saxton, Rich Brennan, and Corey Graves on commentary. And Finn Balor comes out. This was the first time we had seen Finn Balor since he had won the NXT Championship. And he cuts a promo talking about how he had to make a lot of sacrifices and decisions throughout his life. And how he wrestled all over the world. And he said that the decision and sacrifices were worth it when he beat Kevin Owens for the NXT Championship in Japan. And then he gets asked about his rematch with Kevin Owens, and they announced that they're going to have a contract signing for the NXT Championship match. And Finn Balor talks about Kevin Owens' accomplishments, and he said that Kevin Owens hasn't conquered Finn Balor, and he is going to beat Finn Balor and retain the NXT Championship at NXT TakeOver in Brooklyn. I thought that was a pretty good promo here. Great way to start off the show. Then Eva Marie gets interviewed, and Eva Marie says that everybody thinks that she didn't want to be here, that she was just, that she just faked wanting to be here. She's just using the WWE, but she said that she's wanted this since she was a kid, and she says that she's been training really hard for this first match, and that she's going to prove the NXT Universe wrong. Then we got Eva Marie versus Cassie. And this match wasn't bad here. I think Eva Marie has improved, but there's still room for improvements. I definitely still think Eva Marie still needs improving, but that's what NXT is for. NXT is to get better, and I think Eva Marie could get better. And she ends up winning. She wins with the slice and bread that the Brian Kendrick used, and I think that makes sense for her to use that move because she did go train with Brian Kendrick. And I thought this was not bad. Even if Eva Marie starts to take this seriously, I think she could definitely improve. One thing about Cassie, though, she does a lot of kicks when I see her wrestle. I think she needs to dumb down the kicks. But other than that, I think this was fine here. This was fine here. And then William Regal's backstage on the phone, and he's saying, "Great, that's awesome." I don't know what he was saying was great and awesome, but. And then Tyler Breeze is in his office, and he says, You have a big NXT Championship match, but it's not that big because I'm not in it. So he wants to know what he has planned for Tyler Breeze at NXT TakeOver Brooklyn. And William Regal says that he'll let him know. And Tyler Breeze said, "Well, you better know." And then Baron Corbin squashes some jobber guy. He beats him with the end of days in like 5 seconds. I do like that gimmick that he has. And I'm a little bit more interested in Baron Corbin ever since that video package. I don't know if it was last week or a couple of weeks ago. Then Samoa Joe squashes Mike Rollins. He beats him with the Muscle Buster. They announced an NXT TakeOver in Brooklyn. It's going to be Samoa Joe versus Rhino. I am looking forward to that match. I think that could be good. I think they've had a couple of matches in TNA before. I'm going to check them out, see how good they were. But I think it could be really good because they are both in great shape right now on NXT. So I think they could be pretty good. And I kind of want to see them wrestle. I figured they were going to go in that direction anyways. Dana Brooke and Emma get interviewed. And Emma talks about how they pretty much mocked Bayley. She talked about how she took out Bayley. And she said that all Bayley had to do was take my advice. And Emma said they mocked Bayley in her hugs. And Emma even says that Bayley's gonna do even more than hug me, and she says that's a little creepy, which I thought was funny. And then that was it. I thought that was pretty good. So then we got Emma with Dana Brooke versus Bayley. This match wasn't bad here. I'm still not a huge fan of Bayley. I still don't like Bayley. I just think she's really spazzy, and I just don't like the gimmick. Emma dominates the match by targeting the injured hand that she injured of Bayley. Then Bayley makes a comeback. And then Dana Brooke, behind the referee's back, attacks Bayley, so she gets ejected. And then Bayley tries to roll up Emma for the win, but Emma reverses it to a roll-up of her own. And then Emma Bailey beats Emma with belly to belly, but it's actually called belly to belly, Bailey, not Bailey to belly, belly to belly. And then Bailey cuts a promo saying that she wants to be the next NXT Women's Champion, and how she wants to beat the best in on NXT, and she challenges Charlotte to a match. I thought that was a decent promo, I guess. Um, then Charlotte gets interviewed, talks about how that whole revolution that she's having on Raw, and she says that she'll give Bailey the opportunity to face her next week, but she said that she also wants to be the next NXT Women's Champion because she wants to be the one to represent NXT on Raw. Then Dana Brooke comes up and he says that you should know a lot about chances because you've had a dozen chances at the NXT Women's Championship and blew them, and you're gonna blow your chances on Raw. And Dana Brooke says that you should face me and Emma. No, not Emma. Charlotte says that Bailey's going to have to wait till next week, but I'm going to kick your ass at some point. And then the Vaudevillains, which consists of Simon Gosh and Aiden English, beat Angelo Dawkins and Sawyer Volta. This was actually a pretty solid tag team match. I did enjoy it because the Vaudevillains were actually doing different moves. And Angelo Dawkins and Sawyer Volta, I'm actually kind of enjoying them as a tag team right now. And they dominate Simon Gosh for a while. They actually do this move where Angelo Dawkins kicks him in the face and Sawyer Fulton attacks, cheap shots him from behind, which I like that spot. And then Angelo Dawkins is dominated and has Simon Gosh into a submission move. And Simon Gosh actually grabs his leg and kicks it right into Angelo Dawkins' face. I thought that was a sick spot. Then Aiden English gets the hot tag. He gets the hot tag, I believe, on Sawyer Fulton, and then they win with the uppercut into the neck breaker. I forget what it's called, but they win with that, and I think that's awesome. And Blake Murphy and Alexa Bliss get interviewed, and they find out that they're going to face the Vaudevillains for the NXT Tag Team titles next week. I kind of wish they would wait till NXT Brooklyn, but maybe they have a big tag team match planned there. And they say that they live in the past. They live like in the old country times, and they're going to beat them. I thought that was a decent promo there. Then we get the NXT Championship contract signing. William Regal's talking about how this is going to be a big match, and then Kevin Owens comes out and interrupts it, and then Finn Balor comes out, and Kevin Owens, before Finn Balor signs it, he asks how it feels to be the NXT champion. He asks how it feels, even though you're going into the match as the champion, you're still the underdog. Kevin Owens goes through all his accolades again, and then he says that he's going to be the first, when he comes back, he says that he's going to be the first ever two-time NXT champion. Then they sign the contract, and then Kevin Owens tips the table on to Finn Balor, and then he takes a cheap shot at William Regal, and then he goes in for the pump-up powerbomb on Finn Balor, but Finn Balor counters with a dropkick, and then Kevin Owens tries to come in the win. He gets another dropkick, and then that was it. That was the end of the show. And I thought NXT was pretty good this week. There's been better episodes, but this episode was pretty good. I liked the tag team match on this show. I liked the promos that they did on this show with the Lake and Murphy, the whole Charlotte Dana Brooke interaction. I think they're going to build up to a match between them at NXT TakeOver Brooklyn. I liked what they're trying to set up for with Tyler Breeze. I'm not really sure what they're going to set up. The Eva Marie stuff, I mean, that wasn't bad, actually. It wasn't great, but it wasn't bad either. The Finn and the stuff with Finn Balor, his opening promo, and then the NXT Championship contract signing. So NXT was a pretty solid show this week. So that's pretty much it, guys. You can subscribe to all the other stuff up top. Wayne with Youth Wrestling, James Hebert, Owen the Talkinator over there, and CM Brothers, and you can subscribe to me down below. And that's pretty much it, guys. Talk to you later.